Buenas tardes y bienvenidos de nuevo a otro de mis streamings. Soy Wyrd para quienes no me conozcáis. Y bueno, hoy como todos los lunes tenemos el Mystery Monday y estos cascos ya cada vez que me toco algo empiezan a subir el volumen y me están hartando. Y bueno, vamos a seguir jugando al Rain. La partida la empezamos el lunes pasado y nos hemos quedado en que hablamos con la base esta militar donde había servido el abuelo. Y claro, no te podían dar datos de las otras personas que habían servido junto con el abuelo. Y a menos que seas un servidor público. Así que nos tocará ir a la comisaría, hacernos pasar por policía y sacar los datos. O sea, estaremos cometiendo un delito de suplantación de identidad de un funcionario público que supongo que tiene más pena de cárcel que suplantar a una persona normal, o quizá no. Pero bueno, cosas que van a pasar en este juego. En este juego, a ver, para empezar, va de detective una pava que es de esto, estudiante de segundo año de periodismo y de momento está investigando las circunstancias que hicieron que su abuelo acabara en un estado de apoplejía o algo así, porque el abuelo falleció. Ella va al entierro del abuelo y tal, porque la ve la compañera de habitación y la avisa porque no tenía relación con su familia paterna. Y entonces se pone a hablar con la abuela y se entera de eso, de que el abuelo había estado muy mal y que le dio una apoplejía hace muchos años, se quedó así y que le dieron unos diagnósticos que no se correspondían con los escáneres que se le habían hecho porque decían que el cerebro estaba bien. Y se pone a investigar y tú pues estás ahí con ella pues, investigando qué le pasó realmente al abuelo. A ver si luego resulta que no le pasó nada y yo qué sé. A saber, no sé de qué irá, pero me está gustando mucho porque a ver, es un point and click de estos de misterio. Algún día jugaré si encuentro un parche en castellano a toda la saga de Blackwell, o sea, los Blackwell Legacy, Blackwell... Es que no me acuerdo cómo se llaman, cada uno es Blackwell algo, y son 5 y me encantan. Pero es que la puta pereza de traducir en inglés, que es lo de siempre. Porque digo, tío, o sea, juego 3-4 veces por semana y al final todos los juegos están en inglés y mi cabeza de estar traduciendo de inglés simultáneamente, pues acaba mal. A ver, le doy juego y cogemos el Rain. Capturar juego. Rain. Compruebo que me lo coja.
Sí.
A pantalla completa lo cojo.
Sí.
Perfecto. Pues ahí estamos, dos personitas bienvenidas. Espera, minimizo esto. Minimizo esto. Vale, estamos en casa de la abuela, ¿no? Hay que ir a la comisaría. Yo tengo el número. No, vamos a por el número o la dirección de este señor Charles Wade, que sirvió junto con el abuelo. Pero como es famoso, pues... cometiendo delitos. Y la Lily Meyer es la que se ahogó en el lago. Teníamos el nombre de un antepasado de ella que también sirvió en la base. Que es que no sé, el incidente de la chavala... Vale, el incidente de la chavala sí, es importante porque el abuelo estaba investigando eso, el incidente de la chavala en el lago. Y quizá descubrió algo que no debía y le hicieron algo y se quedó parapléjico, yo qué sé. O sea, parapléjico no, apopléjico, o sea, en plan vegetal el pobre hombre. Vamos a ver. Vale. Entonces, para la comisaría. A mí esto de cometer delitos, pues no. Entonces, vamos aquí. O le pido que me haga el favor directamente o hago que el preso, que no sé cuántos días lleva ya ahí, le haga salir del escritorio. A ver.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
Nah, I don't want...
¿No?
I don't need to ask. Nah.
No.
Well, gotta go.
Vale, pues lo vamos a liar. Vale, vente para acá. ¿No le puedo preguntar? Pues cometemos delitos. Yo no soy partidaria de lo que vamos a hacer, os lo digo en serio. Está feo suplantar identidades. Hola, líasela, por favor, tras al poli. Hola, Pau. ¿Se la lías? ¿Se la lías?
Hey.
Hi there.
Líamela otra vez.
Good to know.
Vale. Líasela. Incitando yo a la gente a cometer delitos, ¿eh? O sea, yo estoy on point. Voy a subir los pies. Ay.
Guess what?
Se ha vuelto a poner malo.
He's having some kind of
Oh,
Cabrón.
Ken.
¿De quién? Pues a la tira.
Here we
Ya
go.
vamos a hacer el mal. Teléfono. Espera, déjame el teléfono que voy a hacer la capulla. Espera, ¿cómo uso el teléfono con... ¿Dónde tengo el número del pavo este? Del guade este, güey. ¿Combinar cuaderno con
I don't think
teléfono?
anything about.
Vale, usar teléfono. Vale, pulsar botón, no. Necesito... coger teléfono. Vale. Aquí, ama con él. Trinity. Espera, hago la capulla. A ver. Hola, señor militar. ¿No?
McConnell Air Force Base, how can I help you?
Hola, le llamo de...
Wondering if
Ah,
you
bueno,
could
sí,
answer a few
espera.
questions.
¿Aquí no ve el número?
Thing, ma'am. Ask away.
Uy, no le dice que soy de la... Hola, le llamo del... Soy el ayudante del sheriff del condado. ¿Podría hacer unas preguntas sobre unos veteranos de guerra?
I'm trying to get a hold of Charles Wade. Would you happen to know how to reach him?
I'm sorry, ma'am, but Charles Wade is a public figure. He has explicitly asked us not to provide his contact details to anyone.
Is there any way you could
Debería-
I really need to talk to Mr. Wade?
Cambiar el diálogo, ¿vale?
Can't really help you out unless you have some sort of official business.
O sea, me da un poquito de pereza. Hola, Johnny. Que si te das lío para ir a la comisaría y coger el teléfono, en vez de decir lo mismo que dices desde casa de tu abuela, no digas, hola, buenas tardes. O sea, es que yo lo hubiera hecho en plan de, hola, sí, es la base militar tal, mire, soy fulanita, ayudante del sheriff del condado. Necesito información sobre tal porque hemos reabierto un caso. Y te inventas una pirula, te la inventas. O sea, esta dotes de detective muy bien te lo quieras, dotes de actriz y de interpretar. Se siente, esta señora no.
I do have official business. I'm
Ayudante Reagan.
Reagan.
Bueno,
I'm calling from Conwell Springs Sheriff's Department.
I can see that you're actually calling from the station. You say you're a cop? You don't sound like a cop.
machista. Espera, voy a guardar antes. Voy a guardar. ¿Puedo guardar?
What the hell is that supposed to mean? It's just because I'm a woman?
Tenía que hacerlo.
Women don't belong in law enforcement? Is that what you're saying? That's so sexist.
Now that's hardly what...
Ajá,
Do you
ya te
have
acuerdo.
any idea what I have to go through every day?
¡Maravilloso!
The
¡Maravilloso!
dirty looks, the sexual innuendos.
Relax.
Encima es verdad.
I'll check the files.
Ya está. Que relájese, hijo puta, y una mierda me relajo.
5576...
Gracias.
Thanks, buddy.
Vale, ha funcionado. Espera que ahora le llamamos. Le vamos a llamar desde aquí. O sea, no, si te parece le llamo desde su casa, ¿sabes? A ver qué me invento desde aquí. Va a mentir como una bellaca.
Hi, this is Kathy Rain. I'm calling for Charles Wade.
He doesn't live here anymore. What's this about? What do you want with my father?
I'd just like to have a quick word with Mr. Wade. It's about my grandfather, Joseph Rain.
You're 20 years late, girl. My father has neither time nor energy to deal with you people.
But
This conversation is over. Unless my father explicitly says he wants to talk to you, it's not going to happen.
Tenemos una hija toca pelotas.
stuck up, overclass witch. Well, she hasn't heard the last from me. I'm going to talk to
Te
her.
quejas de machismo y llamas bruja a otra mujer, tía, vale. Qué gilipollas es, vale. Pues vale, desde aquí puedo hacer algo más. Puedo llamar a alguien más. Puedo chantajear a alguien más. En el campus no, de aquí no necesito nada más. Vale. Nos piramos de aquí ya no necesito nada más.
Lots of police. I already got the report.
Vale, entonces nada. Entonces nos vamos. No puedo hablar con el abuelo. Y necesito... Tengo el informe, espera, de la chica esta del lago. No, el otro. Este es el... Este es el de... Sí. ¿Hay alguien más que le pueda dar un forense o algo? Vale, el caso se cerró porque era suicidio. Ya. Y me da que lo del suicidio es como una tapadera. Se oye bien y todo, ¿verdad? Lo has comprobado.
Sí,
A mí ya el juego, vale. No me huele bien esto. Vamos a ver. El recorte que decía.
Tragic drowning in Conwell. In early morning on Sunday the 14th, a
Hallada
teenage girl was
muerta.
survived by her mother, father, and younger brother. The funeral service
Y encontré la
the
lápida.
notice is
Vale.
dated July 15th. Grandpa in uniform with two other men.
Alguno más.
Something is That action doesn't seem productive. I don't see how those things work together.
No, esto es solo para el puzzle. Es que los objetos, si no los puedo combinar entre ellos, porque todavía no he podido, creo. Esta foto la necesitaré. Vale,
There's
idea.
probably some way to enhance this back at school. I'll figure it out tomorrow when I'm back.
Vuelvo a casa de la abuela.
A mere single pair of boots.
Vale, voy a ver si la abuela me puede dar ideas. Bueno, la abuela en verdad estará viendo la novela, no está como para... No está ahí.
Oh, hello, dear.
Abuela, échame un cable. Please. Que eres más sabia, más anciana, que yo tienes más experiencia en la vida.
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all.
Salve.
What can you tell me about Charles Wade?
Well, I do know he has made quite a name for himself since he and Joseph went to war together. Apparently, he came up with some brilliant piece of engineering for the airplanes. They use it everywhere now.
Vale.
Any idea how to get in touch with him?
I'm afraid not, dear. I haven't seen him for years. He and Joseph grew apart before you were born.
Any particular reason for that?
Oh,
Vale.
not that I know of.
¿Y de la que se ahogó? ¿Sabemos algo?
I found out that the drowned girl's name was Lily Myers.
Venga, a ver. No sé.
Ring a bell?
Oh, yes. Oh, how could I forget?
Su Jack y sus hijos.
Sue,
Vale.
oh, and their children, Lily and Nathan.
Do they still live around here?
Mother and son do. I see them in town from time to time.
¿Sabes la
But
dirección?
not the father. Jack, was it?
No. He disappeared not long after Lily took her own life.
I see. Do you know how I can reach the family?
Not really, dear. Like I said,
Enemisto, no me tires el
tend to
foco.
keep to themselves.
Vale. Familia Meyer. Vale. Y ahora...
I don't see a reason to.
Vale, abuela.
See you later, Gramps.
Take care, dear.
Si vuelvo a hablar el de la base, cuando nombre al otro,
These should come in handy when I need to.
porque conocí a un Meyer que será el abuelo de la niña que murió.
All right. Found.
Localización, perfecto. Entonces no tengo que llamar nada. Nos vamos a la casa de los Mayas a dar por saco. Venga, a marear a la gente. No tengo nada mejor que hacer que... ¡Hola! Vengo a hablar del supuesto caso de suicidio de vuestra hija fallecida hace 20 años. Pero en el 75 y está en el hace 10 años. Uy, vale, digo. Cabaña del lago. Esto tampoco se hace. Hay un ruido raro, ¿no?
Conwell Lake, where Lily Myers met her demise. It's totally over. Somebody around here is a chain smoker. We have something in common. Good to know.
Vale. Nada, en el lago le puedo decir.
Oh,
No.
gee, I would.
Ya,
but
ya. Evo, ¿qué haces? Este gato, ¿qué hace?
Yes. Can I help you?
I hope so. My name's Rain. Kathy Rain.
Joseph.
Bon, bon, ya.
The one they sent away.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, what do you want?
I had some questions about your daughter, Lily.
Well, you know what? I don't have any answers, girl. Lily was precious, special. Lily died. That's all there is to it.
Así que
My
remover
grandfather
esto.
came to see you, right? To ask about her?
Maybe he did. I don't see how that's any of your business.
I'm not asking for much, Mrs. Myers.
Then clearly you
Exactamente.
have no
Le estás
idea
pidiendo que
what's
remueva
losing a
cosas que no quiere remover de su pasado, recuerdos dolorosos. Joder, no pides mucho. Igual la señora no lo ha superado, la señora necesita tapar eso y meterlo en un baúl dentro de su mente para poder superarlo, quizá.
I can see someone moving inside.
¿Vas a volver a marear? Sí.
Won't you ever?
Su.
I deserve a few moments of your time.
What you deserve is a slap in the face.
¡What! ¡What! Madre mía, madre mía. Uy, aquí me quitas. Vale, vale. Me lo he dejado claro. La verdad es una hostia. Vale, a ver. Esto no está yendo bien. Esto no estaba antes.
55 degrees. Not too chilly, thankfully.
¿Le voy a robar el
It
termómetro?
doesn't belong to me. I
Ah,
don't
vale, vale, vale. ¿Puedo guardar? Vamos a guardar. Esto no está yendo muy allá. ¿Qué le digo a la mujer? ¿Me va a mandar a tomar por el culo? Sí. Estoy llamando muchas veces. ¡Tú!
Give up.
¡Niña! ¡Deja de dar por culo! Darle esto a su. En puerta, no en su.
I
Ah,
don't
¿qué
see
pasa?
how those
¿En serio me has cerrado la puerta en la cara? Claro, porque no he dicho nada. ¿No te vas a rendir nunca?
I'm not leaving until I get some answers.
Bite me.
Vale, la de en medio tampoco va a ser, ¿no?
Stop.
Que pare, dice.
I'm still here and will be until you agree to talk.
Esto es acoso, ¿eh? Esto es acoso.
Night curled up in the leaves then.
Vale, la señora tiene cero ganas de hablar conmigo. Vamos a pensar. Me voy a fumar ahí. ¿Eh? Me voy a fumar ahí. Que me abra la puerta. ¿Qué podemos hacer? Pensemos, esta señora me odia.
I'll write down clues in this.
Vale.
I don't have anything to say. I can see someone.
El cat... Espera, poner el cat móvil. ¿Cómo que el cat móvil? Walter.
That action doesn't. That combination makes.
Vale. Tenemos un termómetro, una llave y un mechero. Yo qué sé. La puteo con la... Yo estoy aquí.
Stop it.
Vale, y si...
God, that would be immensely extremely counterproductive.
¿Por qué soy tan pedazo de mierda?
Care to join me for a smoke, Mrs.
Vale,
Myers?
ahora sí.
Well,
Vale,
I'm gonna have to
vale.
think about it.
Vale.
What brand?
Coralie Cinders. Extra long.
You got taste.
Vale.
Give you that.
Vale.
Well, I suppose one smoke.
Vale, hemos conseguido que salga. Y ahora podemos hablar.
That's when he realized it was his own bong.
Oh my. Oh, no.
Vale, exacto, el tabaco era algo en común. Tenía que haber empezado por ahí.
You know what, Kathy? You're okay. Sorry for being such a cranky old bag before. I get a short fuse when I run out of smokes.
Now, that's an understatement. Good thing I had my morning smoke, otherwise we would have had a fist fight on our hands.
Oh, it's getting chilly. Why don't we head inside?
Sure, let's go.
El tabaco ayudándome a hacer...
Now, this
De
here's
las
my
manos.
boy Nathan. He's special. Nate, be polite and say hello to Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi there, big guy.
¿Qué es neurodivergente también? ¿Tendrá algún tipo de problema cognitivo
So
por lo
you
que
wanted
parece?
to
No
ask
sé.
me about Lily.
Yeah. Do you mind telling me what happened when my grandfather came to see you?
Well, he knocked on my door a few years after Lily had passed away.
Ajá.
I didn't know Joseph too well myself, but I'd heard of him and the good he'd done for the other people around
La verdad es
here.
que está un poquito
So I
alto.
let him in. He started asking a bunch of questions about Lily, like if I was absolutely sure that it was suicide.
And what did you say?
The truth. That she was...
All right.
Espera, espera. ¡Ay, ay, ay, ay!
Well, he was weirdly...
Lily.
Vale, espera.
Yep.
Necesito cargar. Ahora tiro para atrás, un momento. ¡Ah!
I think I'm gonna head off now.
Sure thing.
¡Ah! Cargo. Un momento. Es que voy a bajar el volumen porque me estoy quedando como una tapia sorda. El volumen de la música más bajo y el de la voz más alto. Vale.
Won't you ever give up?
Care to join me for a smoke, Mrs. Myers?
Well,
Vale. Vale.
what...
Coralie, you...
Ahora sí.
Well, I suppose one...
Sure.
Esto ya está. Vale.
Now, this here's my boy Nate. Nate, be polite and say hello to Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi there, big guy. Yet another burial ground for those sweet, addictive, not to mention cancer-inducing sticks of tobacco. I'm a
Me
huge,
encanta que... Es que... ¿Cómo lo dice todo?
very lifelike. Contrary to popular belief, I don't believe the owls are more than what they seem. It's Nathan, Sue's mentally disabled son.
Vale. Discapacidad mental cognitivo.
What you doing, big fella?
Drawing.
Oh yeah? What are you drawing?
The nice red man.
You mean Santa?
No, the nice red man.
Vale, se puede ser
Now,
una
what did I
pista.
say about raising your voice at strangers?
Sorry, Mama. I'll be nice. The red man is nice.
Vale.
Don't mind him. He gets so absorbed in his drawings thanks to that wild imagination of his.
El hombre de
Just
rojo,
like
ok.
his sister.
¿Quién será el hombre de rojo?
I can smell something cooking. Nice painting. It's signed L.
Lily Meyer. Vale.
So you wanted to ask me about Lily?
Yeah. Do you mind telling me what happened when my grandfather came to see you?
Well, he knocked on my door a few years after Lily had passed away. I didn't know Joseph too well myself, but I'd heard of him and the good he'd done for the other people around here. So I let him in. He started asking a bunch of questions about Lily, like if I was absolutely sure that it was suicide.
And what did you say?
¿Qué no?
The truth. that she was depressed and had been for a long time.
Ajá.
I had no doubts about what happened.
All right. Anything else?
Well, he was weirdly curious about her paintings.
Lily painted?
Yep, that's
Yeah,
one of
that's-
hers right there on the wall.
I see. It's beautiful. So, in what way was he curious?
He asked if Lily had painted anything odd or strange. I didn't really get what he was after, but I let him have a look at her work. He spent some time browsing through them, and then he wrote something down on a piece of paper,
Necesitan
thanked me,
encontrar
and
ese
left.
pedazo de papel.
Huh. Any idea of what he could have seen?
Ni idea.
Not really. I had the paintings all lined up. Could have been any of them.
Would you mind showing them to me?
Well, I would if I could, but this is the only one I have left. I sold the rest many years ago to this weirdo art collector.
Vale. Si le suena.
I don't need to ask her. Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather? How he ended up in a wheelchair?
Stroke, wasn't it? At least that's what I heard.
Not necessarily. There are some divided opinions about it.
Now that I think about it, that whole ordeal happened to him not long after
Porque
he
está
painted.
investigando el falso suicidio de la
How
chiquilla.
long?
A week.
Joder,
maybe.
vale,
At
huele
most.
mucho, huele mucho. Coincide. Es que te pones a investigar lo de la sábana porque no crees que haya sido un suicidio y te pasa algo. Aquí hay alguien que no quiere. ¿De Wyrd me dirá algo?
I don't need to. Mind telling me what Lily...
I'd be happy to. She was Nathan's older sister by 2 years. Lily was like any girl growing up, normal, happy, talking about school, boys, and whatnot. And she and Nathan were close
Uh-huh.
back then, always
¿Y qué
playing
pasó?
together in the woods. When Lily was 10, she started drawing, always doodling on just about anything she could get her hands on. We didn't have much, really, and so she used what she could. Once I even caught her scribbling on toilet paper. On her 12th birthday, we gave Lily a thick sketchbook with an assortment of pencils. She was ecstatic. That was the happiest I'd ever seen her. From that day, drawing became her life. Eventually, her art teacher at school helped her to get started with oil painting. When Lily was 15, something changed. At first, I thought it was just usual teen angst, but no, this was something different. She started going out, disappearing for long periods of time. She locked herself in when painting. She never used to do that. I tried everything. Counseling, support groups, antidepressants. Nothing worked. About a year later, she just gave up. And well, you know the rest.
¿Experimentarían con ella o
I'm
algo?
sorry, Sue. That must have been unimaginable.
No sé.
Thanks, darling, but it's been a while now. I've learned to live with it.
Does the name Charles Wade mean anything to you?
Oh, he's some big-time businessman, ain't he?
Yeah, he owns a large company.
That about sums up what I know about the fella.
What do you do to support the two of you?
A little bit of this and that. Got me some cash saved up, too. Nathan helps out when he can.
What happened to your husband, if you don't mind me asking?
¿Que les abandonó?
You could say he didn't quite cope as well as I did with what happened to Lily. He got himself a death wish after what happened to her, started drinking and getting into all sorts of trouble. 5
Debería haber
years
buscado
left for
ayuda.
him in the joint
Ajá.
now. Been there for 15.
20 años.
Man, that must be rough for you.
¿Qué coño ha hecho para estar
we're
20
doing
años?
just fine without him, aren't we, Nate?
Mama takes good care of us.
Mama sure does.
So, tell me about Lily's art.
It used to be about cheerful things, landscapes, animals, bright colors. But as she drifted further into depression, she started painting horrible
Bueno,
things,
esto-
death and decay. And the last few pieces look like something out of a nightmare.
That's awful. Did Lily ever get any recognition for her art?
Not really, except from the guy I told you about who bought most of her paintings.
Tell me about this art collector person.
Rich, Fancy looking, in his 50s or thereabouts. I'd say he'd be around
Ajá.
70 now if he's still alive. He knocked on that door one day with a wad of cash in his hand.
¿Y de qué conocía a Lily?
$5,000. He wanted everything that Lily so much as touched with a brush.
Huh. Did he say why?
Nope, but I got the feeling that most of that dough was paid so he could avoid any questions. I took the money. I still had Nathan to support.
Did the stranger give you his name?
No. Well, his face was far from forgettable,
Vamos
though.
a ver quién
Big
es.
nose, bright blue eyes, looked black Irish. He had a thick black mane, turning gray, no beard.
All right, Sue. Thanks.
¿En la foto? Quizá.
Hey, Sue, do you recognize any of these men?
Well, there's Joseph Rain. Always so handsome. I had such a crush on him back in the day. And...
¿El coleccionista?
No way.
El coleccionista, lo sabía.
The man who bought the paintings, he's much younger here, but there's no mistake in that hair and nose.
Are you sure?
I'm positive, little cat. That's the guy who walked into this cabin with $5,000 in cash.
Venga.
That's very helpful, Sue. Thanks.
¿Y quién es?
Another question for the elusive Mr. Wade.
O sea, es Wade. O sea,
So, Charles Wade was the one who bought those
Ajá.
paintings from you.
vale.
Yep, like I said, he gave me $5,000 for Lily's paintings.
Vale.
If you want to know his reasons, you're gonna have to ask the man himself.
Ok. Pues ya no tengo nada más de que hablarle a ella.
No reason to show her that. I'd rather just ask her about her daughter directly. Do you know what this key opens?
Well, that's a bit of a weird question, ain't it? But no.
No reason to show her that.
Vamos a hablar con todo.
No reason to. What do you think about this church?
A ver si me da
It's a
dirección.
good church. I go there from time to
Yo la
time.
dirección.
I bring Nate, too, when that boy needs the fear of God put into him.
Ya.
It was fun the last time, but nah. No reason. I was pretty tempted before.
Bueno, entonces ya está.
I think I'm gonna head off now.
Sure thing, little cat. Come back anytime.
It's getting late. I should head back to the city.
Vale. Subiré al caso móvil. Ha vuelto aquí. Ya pienso. Vale. Otra localización. Vale.
Hey,
Aquí tengo que
you're still
revelar
up.
cosas.
I was wondering when you'd show up. How did it go?
Long story. I found out about some stuff that happened when I was a kid.
Wow, what a mystery. So what's the plan now?
I don't know yet, but I'll figure something out.
What about this Charles Wade? You still haven't talked to him. And that strange bright picture you showed me? Those tapes? Listen, I know this guy.
Eileen, relax. We can talk about it tomorrow, okay? Oh, it's way too late now.
Oh, I couldn't possibly sleep now. I'm way
Por
too
resolverme tú
excited.
el caso,
That
nena.
makes one of us. Nighty.
Good night, cat.
Vale. ¿Y esta no duerme? ¿Esta nunca duerme? ¿Y no se pone en el pijama para dormir?
Hey, Kathy, wake up.
Pero tía,
You are so lucky there are no
Pero
sharp
que me
objects
está ahí
under this
encima.
bed.
Guess what? I got an
o
idea.
sea,
Please
tú
tell me
despiertas y la tienes aquí a la
this
otra,
is
¿no?
Haha, so you found all this evidence, right? Pictures, tapes, and stuff?
A ver, ¿qué
guess.
idea
Why?
tienes?
Well, as you know, I have a computer. And I know this
Oh,
hacker guy,
hacker.
Dave, and...
Ya
Oh, never
tardaban.
mind, I'll just write you a note. You go back to sleep.
Seriously, Eileen, sometimes I
puto
just
hacker,
marvel at
vale.
how your brain works.
I know, right?
Era necesario meter a un hacker por medio. ¿No vamos a hacer un poco de investigación al antiguo? Digo. Así guay. ¿Qué?
Are you sure you want to do this, Catherine? You still have time, if you think there's any chance you would change your mind.
I'm sure, Doctor. Just get it out of me.
Quítamelo.
But please,
¿Esta de joven?
don't tell my mom.
I'm
Quítamelo.
sorry, but we have to do that. It's the law.
Ah, que abortó. Me está diciendo que abortó o algo.
It's none of her business. It's my choice to make. I have enough shit going on with her already. This would just add fuel to the fire.
I'm afraid there's nothing I can do.
Fine. Let's just get this over with then.
Right this way.
O sea, sería menor, se preñó. Huele a aborto.
Ugh, I hate that dream. I guess Eileen went to class.
Okay.
I probably should too. Nah. I don't see how those... Color printer. Super fa...
No me vayan en la habitación, voy a ver a dónde puede ir.
Nah, I have nowhere.
Vale, tengo que hacerlo desde la habitación.
Eileen's closet, filled to the brink with inherited clothes and Christian joy.
Vale. Vamos a ver. Teléfono, escáner. O escanear la foto quizá.
It's some advanced scanner thingy.
Vale. Vale, ya la ve.
Oh, what's this? Hi, Kat. Feel free to use my computer while I'm away. My password is Angel
Amor divino.
without the quotes. If you call my friend Dave at 555-2492, he can set you up with some software.
Ajá.
I'll be back in a few hours, super psyched about the investigation. E.
Vale.
P.S. No gum on the keyboard, please. Remember the last time? Oh, please, like she actually uses the space bar. Shit, looks like she forgot to write down the username. Oh well, shouldn't be too hard to guess. I think it's just some combination of her first and last name.
Vale. Vamos a ver cosas.
I'm fairly sure it's about some guy. I think that movie is about a girl and a boy who...
Ajá.
Oh, wait.
¿Algún dato de...?
Eileen's
La
girly
maleta.
suitcase. There's a
Mire.
sticker on it with her... I'm no geek, but a computer, that is. Not a geek.
Ajá. A ver, ideas. Eres Mildred. Tras 4 intentos de acceso fallido. Vale. Vale. Entonces, vamos a pensar bien el nombre de usuario de esta.
Eileen's schedule. There's a note for today. Help Kathy get in touch with Dave. Color printer.
Vamos a llamar a Javier. ¿Le sabrá el código de la otra? A ver.
Yeah?
Hey, I'm Kathy. Eileen said to call you about some software.
Ellie who?
Eileen. Red hair, glasses, speaks so fast her gums ache.
Oh, right. I thought her name was Errol. Figured it was
What?
kind of a weird name for a girl.
You must have a hearing disorder.
You must have a thinking disorder.
Qué capullo.
Burn.
¡Qué imbécil!
Wow,
Pero
just-
qué imbécil,
wow.
de verdad.
So, the
Ya
software?
ves, así gilipollas.
Oh, yeah. No, can't. Not really.
I knew she was full of
Yeah.
shit.
Nah, I mean, sure, I used to be able to get pirated software, but not anymore. There was this misunderstanding and my network privileges were revoked. Me and Clyde, the campus IT guy, don't really see eye to eye.
Ya sé por qué
We play
voy.
bocce together, and let's just say he is one sore loser.
Can't you just hack your way back in somehow? Isn't that what you do?
He blocked the Ethernet port in my room. I don't even have physical access.
Don't you ever leave your room? Use a computer in the library or something. Aren't they connected to the network?
No, there are cameras in there. Clyde is just waiting for me to make a move so he can get me expelled.
Can't you just patch things up with the guy?
No way. He's such an ass. He even thinks TNG is better than the original series.
¿Y eso qué tiene que
Thinks
ver?
the what is better than the what?
I know, right? Can you believe that guy?
You call yourself a hacker? Just use your brain, for Christ's sake. Let's figure this out.
Wow, you're so sassy, Nancy Drew. Well, okay, only an admin account can change the access ports. The only way to even theoretically crack one would be if Clyde logged onto a machine to which we have unrestricted physical access. And
Que se conectara, ¿no?
I got
Tú.
an idea.
I'm not gonna like this.
Well, what you could do is intentionally crash your PC.
That sounds especially stupid.
Well, not crash it, just crash it a little, then call Clyde. Clyde will come over to fix it. If you're lucky, then he'll log onto the network using his admin account. Afterwards, you can use some of my tools to find and crack the password locally.
Worth a shot, I guess. Okay, you can come over and set it up.
No way. I have severe IBS, it just wouldn't work.
¿Qué?
IBS?
¿Eso
What the
qué
hell
es?
is that?
You seriously don't want to know. I'll have my buddy drop off everything you need.
¿Y este
Not
imbécil? ¿Por
rocket
qué?
science. You do what I ask, and I'll get you some juicy software. Quid pro quo, Clarice.
Whatever, weirdo. We'll see.
No sé, lo de Clarice aparece de los corderos. Y lo de Nancy Drew, ¿de qué coño de serie? Me voy a ver lo de Nancy Drew, ¿de qué pollas va?
Pues creo que son novelas también rollo detective.
A ver.
De
Es
hecho,
que otra vez ya lo han dicho.
de hecho hay juegos.
De nuestros medios, un sindicato. La detective adolescente Nancy Drew. Vale, sí. Ok.
Uy.
A ver. Entonces. Tiene que venir el compañero este. Vamos a ver. Ahí está aquí. Ah, y me manda un sobre por debajo, cágate. O sea, que es de peli de misterio, ¿no? ¿Qué tengo aquí en el sobre?
There was a floppy disk in there with a note taped to the back.
Ajá.
1. Boot your computer using the blue floppy.
Ajá.
2. Use the corrupt MBR utility to crash the file system of the computer. Take the floppy out and reboot. 3. Call Clyde at 555-8181. Tell him your computer crashed and give him the error code on the screen.
Ajá.
He'll come over and have a look. It shouldn't take too long for him to fix. 4. Now comes the crucial part. You need to somehow make him log on with his admin account. 5. Reboot and retrieve the admin credentials using the blue floppy. 6. Reboot and log on using Clyde's admin account. 7. Look for some kind of tool to remotely open my Ethernet port. Dorm B, room 8.
Ajá.
That's it. And remember, if you mess up somewhere, just call Clyde, and he'll have to take care of it. It's his job, after all.
Vale. Muy bien. Uy, necesito. Esto me estoy así. A ver. ¿Esto qué es? Minimizar y tal. No, lo que necesito es usar disquete en el ordenador. Disco de 3,5. En pececito. Vale. Muy bien todo.
All right, time for some expert help. Our room phone.
Hola Clyde, la hemos liado, necesito ayuda.
IT, this is Clyde speaking. How can I help you?
Have you tried to turn it on?
Hi, I need you to come and fix my roommate's computer.
What seems to be the problem?
It won't start up. There's some kind of system failure with an error code on the screen.
Probably a hard drive failure. Which room are you in?
Dorm A, room 5.
I'll be there in a few minutes.
Thanks.
Hey, Clyde from IT.
Hi, come in.
My, oh my, now how did this happen?
I have no idea. It was like this when I started it up this morning.
Let's have a look. And presto, good as new.
That's perfect. Could you try logging on real quick just to make sure it works?
You go ahead, I'll wait.
Entonces ahora pongo mal los intentos. La otra Aileen. El punto Mildred. Nos la seña que ha dicho gracia divina, amor divino. Puedo meter más cosas. Aileen. Punto M, Aileen.m. Bloqueado. ¿No?
Si el usuario no es correcto, no puedo bloquearlo.
Es que he dicho que si tras 4 intentos fallidos.
Bloquea al usuario. Si el usuario no existe.
Es que la clave la sé, pero lo que no sé es el usuario. El punto M. A ver, el punto. Mildred. M. ¿Cómo se llama de apellido? Pues M. Vale, espera.
Yeah, that worked. Thanks.
No problem. Let me know if you have any more trouble.
¡Hijo puta! ¡Pero no te vayas, cabrón! Puto imbécil de
I
mierda.
have to come up with a way to force him to log on.
Sí, joder la sesión de esta.
Tengo alguna nota por ahí.
Ya, es que no sé cuál es el puto usuario.
Eileen's schedule. There's a note for today.
Ya.
Would you look at...
Eileen Midrell, ¿qué? Aquí la
Eileen's
maleta.
girly suitcase. There's a sticker
Summers.
on it with her full name.
Eileen
Eileen-
Midrell Summers. Vale, espérate. M. Summers, a ver si cabe. No. Mildred Summers no va a caber. Vale. Vale. E. Punto. E. Punto M. Punto. Summers. No. La clave era amor divino, ¿no? Por todo junto. Nada. Pues como que no hago esto. No sé cómo hacer esto. ¿Alguna idea? Pues que no sé cómo joder. Vale. Esto no lo
No
tengo,
use
¿no?
doing that before
No. Bueno, vamos a joderlo. Bueno, vamos a leerlo. Necesito averiguar.
And presto, good as new.
That's perfect.
Vale.
Could you try logging on real quick just to make sure it works?
You go ahead, I'll wait.
¿Cómo lo arreglo? Búscame el nombre de usuario. Bueno,
Sí, ya voy.
Cathy Rain. Espera, ¿qué busco? Cathy Rain,
Ya
¿qué?
lo busco yo, sí, igual.
¿Qué? ¿Por qué?
Vale.
Vale. El código de Eileen.
Emily, ¿qué era?
Eileen, no. O sea, de Cathy Rain el ordenador de Eileen o algo así.
Emily Computer. A ver.
Vale. Y la clave a ver exactamente cómo es también.
La contraseña dice que es Ángel Love.
¿Cómo? ¿Ángel Globe?
Angel Love.
No ha dicho amor divino, aquí ponía amor divino.
En inglés Angel Love.
Entonces aquí es en castellano o en inglés.
Buena pregunta.
¿Y el usuario?
El usuario... Es Summers.
¿Es Summers? ¿Con punto?
Sí.
Vale. No,
No,
no
dice que te... Dice que te inventes un password tú, que no uses...
El suyo.
El suyo.
Vale.
Pero espera, a ver.
No, el punto Summers no lo coge. Vale. A ver si va a ser EM Summers. Es que el usuario no lo coge. Pues es Summers sin punto.
Summers, con la única mayúscula es la E.
Puntuación incorrecta. 2, 1. Vale.
Now
Vale.
look what I did.
For crying out loud. Let me try to log in with my account.
Vale.
Okay, everything seems to be in order. I've unlocked your account.
Ajá.
Please, try not to break anything else.
Vale.
Oh,
Gracias.
I'll try.
Gracias. Venga, hasta luego.
Phase 1 complete.
Vamos a ver. Esto de conexión administrador. Gadget. Admin y esto es de gadget. Vale. Admin y gadget. Hombre, quiero entrar con la de la amiga a ver qué coño hay. ¿Cuál es la clave de la de la amiga? La de verdad. Amor divino, ¿eh?
Ángel Love, todo minúsculo.
¿Ángel? ¿Qué?
Ángel Love. Todo junto.
Vale, pues entonces lo han cambiado.
O pruébalo en... O prueba como la hayas visto tú antes.
Vale. Amor divino. ¿Y qué pasa con esta foto? ¿What? ¿Y esta foto no puedo usarla? Ah, porque necesito el programa. Vale. Un momento. Admin y gadget. ¿Cómo se escribe gadget? ¿Con J? No con... Vale. Ah, aquí está también. Hostia. ¿Y la de él? Puede ser que está... ¿Estos están todos bien? Pues estos... Esta es.
All right, that should do it.
Ok. Hola, Zacatoma, ¿qué tal? Sí, gadget es la clave del pavo este. Ahora llamamos otra vez al hacker capullo este. Y le decimos que ya está todo. Ah, vale, no. Usar. Vamos a ver. Señor hacker, haga su mierda. Hacker. 2 personitas, bienvenidas. Estamos haciendo cosas ilegales en el Casi Rain. Como piratear un programa de dibujo para arreglar una foto.
Hang on.
A ver.
Oh man, I could kiss you.
Ajá.
Figuratively, that.
Vale, vale.
I am so gonna
Te dejo al fondo. Hola, Kat, gracias por la luz.
credentials, by the way?
Not telling, buddy.
No, no se lo voy a decir.
Rainy
Vale.
day.
Huh. I suppose this nice floppy I've prepared for you stays in my room then.
Sure, then I'll just have to log back on and click that pretty little lock icon again.
Ajá, me encanta como... Me encanta, me encanta.
Whoa, Dave.
Venga. Me encanta cómo se las devuelve a este imbécil.
God damn, you're like a G-Clyde. A Clydette.
Huh, that is the worst insult I have ever heard. Later,
Bueno.
Dave.
Me has mandado las drogas, digo, el software. Chan, está el software para acá, cabrón. Vale, instalamos el software como admin
I'll
o
just
no.
get rid of these notes now. I don't need them anymore.
Vale.
There was a floppy disk inside.
Está para acá. En verdad con lo de la otra me basta. Vale, muy bien. Herramientas. Vamos a ver qué sacamos ahí. Mezclar voces. Uy, 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 uy. De puta madre. A ver. Y vamos a arreglar la imagen. Un bosque. Very interesting.
What the hell is that? Ball lightning?
Magia aliens, yo qué
I'll
sé.
print the whole picture for now, but there's probably more to find.
Vale. Un momento. Vale. ¿Qué más es esto? 5 personitas, bienvenidas. Estamos jugando al Cathy Rain, que es un juego de detectives así, rollo pixel art. Vale. Ya he impreso una.
I don't want to print that part of the image. That shape has to be significant somehow.
¿Y? ¿Qué me quieres hacer con eso? No puedo tocar nada aquí. ¿Y esto? Vale. ¿Brillo o algo? Eso es el cielo, ¿no? ¿Qué estamos buscando realmente? No lo sé. Eso es.
Unusual flower over there, though. Never seen anything like it.
Vale.
Maybe worth printing?
Ok. Vamos a ver qué más.
Okay,
Entonces,
I'm pretty sure
vale,
that's all there is to
vale,
find in this
ok.
picture.
Ya tenemos cosas. La de los abuelos la podré usar. Puedo escanear. Vale, entonces... Un momento. Vale. ¿O más cosas? Los otros soldados la puedo usar en el ordenador.
This picture is in good shape. I
Vamos
don't
a
think
ver
it needs to be
cosas.
analyzed.
Vamos a ver. ¿Cómo que no? Vale, pues la cinta. El
That
escáner.
combination
Ay,
makes
no.
no sense.
Coño, en el escáner. Escáner. Vale. Y ahora... Vamos a ver. Mismo. Una generación cinta. Ok. Vale. ¿Qué pasará
Okay,
aquí?
Erica Wade, let's see if we can't motivate you to hear me out.
¿Quién coño es Erika Wade? Tengo dos distintas. Vale. ¿Eh? No.
You've reached the Rain residence. Leave a message after the beep.
¿Qué coño?
Hello, Joseph, Mrs. Rain. It's me, Charles, I thought I'd give you a call. Erica just had her firstborn. It's a boy. Thankfully, he looks nothing like his father. Listen, I was thinking maybe you'd like to come and visit. And what about your little Kathy? Maybe she wants to see the baby.
Está mal puesto,
Anyways, I hope to see you soon. All the best. Bye.
¿Esta puta mierda de palabras disponibles? ¿Qué coño quieres hacer? ¡A las palabras! ¿Qué se supone que tengo que hacer? ¿Mezclar palabras para hacer un mensaje? O sea, ¿qué barbaridad quieren hacer? O sea, es que no me he explicado. Esto es.
Error interno, dice. Tendrás que hacer un mensaje.
What the hell? Calm down, Kathy. Think. Just think. It has to be some sick joke left in the program by Dave. Yeah, that must be it. He is one twisted fuck. I don't think I need to manipulate this.
Uh-huh.
You people make me sick. We're never coming back. Don't call, don't write.
If you
ever try to contact us, I will call the police.
Vale. Dime lo que tengo que hacer. O sea, a ver si me da alguna pista. Es que... Espera. Es que no sé qué tipo de mensaje quiere que haga.
Joseph, you there? It's me, Cocky.
Ajá.
It happened to me too. And I'm not going to tell any of those bastards.
¿Con quién será el otro? ¿El pijo?
You're the only one I trust now. Just call me back as soon as you can.
Es que a lo mejor es el ricachón, el guay de este. Vale. Es que no sé lo que tengo que hacer. Kelly, mira a ver qué es lo que hay que hacer. ¿El mensaje a quién?
Ajá.
Es que no, ni idea. Ni puta idea. Y de voice.
Hola Erika, soy tu padre, llama a Kathy Rain.
¿Qué coño sería?
En la cinta número 2. Luego os cortaron la cinta.
Pero es que claro, no me da ninguna puta pista de esto. ¿Cómo coño?
Yo qué sé.
Vale, vamos a ver por qué pollas ella no me da. Necesito que me dé pistas ella. Quiero pensar.
I'm no geek, but I know how to use a computer, that is. Not
Picor de garganta. Vale. Necesito... No, es que no sé por qué coño no tiene una puta idea de lo que hay que hacer. Ni me da pistas.
You've reached the Rain residence.
Espera. Soy tu padre, ¿no? Pero el padre,
Sí.
¿quién pollas es?
Yo qué sé.
Soy tu padre. Yo no veo aquí padre. A ver. ¿Llama a qué?
Llama a Kathy.
A Kathy Rain, ¿no?
A Kathy solo.
I should probably mention myself. Kathy Rain.
Prueba Kathy Rain. Llama a Kathy Rain. A ver.
Es que esto no entiendo por qué.
Just a few more tweaks.
Es que ¿quién es Erika?
That should work.
¿Ya lo que quiere? ¡Hostia! ¡Vale! Ella es la hija del ricachón, que dijo que no quería saber nada de ti a menos que su padre se lo dijera. Ok. Vale.
Alright, the forged message should now be at the end of the original tape.
Ya entiendo de qué va, ya lo que yo. Vale, gracias, Kremi. Gracias por pasarte, reina. ¿Y se aprovecha la cena si te vas a cenar? Vale, mensaje exportado. Ok, ¿y ahora qué hacemos? ¿Qué hacemos aquí? Llamar a la Erika ricachona esta. Vamos a ver. Se va a liar porque es una borde. Residencia Wyrd.
You've reached Erica Wade. Leave a message after the beep.
That action doesn't seem pretty.
Uy. Ah. Vale, estoy gilipollas.
That combination makes.
Uy. No puedo usar el sonido.
Not right now. I have the forged.
Vale.
Not right now.
What?
You've reached.
Hello, Erica.
Ah,
It's
sí.
your father. Call Kathy Rain and give her what she wants. Bye.
Ok. Gracias. Del mismo número.
You've reached Erica Wade. Leave a message after the beep.
Hi, Erica. This is Kathy Rain. I spoke to your father. He asked me to get in touch with you and said he would call ahead. You can reach me at 555-8352. Bye.
Me encanta, obra maestra. ¿Y ahora? ¿Qué pasará? Que ha vuelto la compañera.
Oh, hello there, Mildred.
Hi yourself, Agatha.
Ah, eres casi Agatha Rain.
Never mind.
I know your social security number too.
Joder, pero que está el que es la amiga, ¿no?
You'll start stealing my clothes and then
Hostia,
walk around
qué
in them
fuerte.
pretending to be me.
Who says I haven't done that already?
Pero,
Okay, I admit that's pretty funny.
So anyway, how did things go with Dave?
Pretty good. I had to sabotage your computer.
You had to what?
Oh, chill outie. It was just a tiny little thing. I just needed an excuse for the IT guy to come by so I could steal his password.
Clyde? But he's so nice.
no sé, ni pregúntaselo a Dave.
It's a long story.
Te lo has contado, ¿no?
And then I used Mr. Wade's synthesized voice to craft this fake message, which I left on
Se
her
lo has
answering
contado todo,
sheet.
totalmente.
Now that's some out-of-the-box thinking.
Yep, just might be silly enough to work.
Pensar fuera de la caja, quizá hice
Anyhow,
pensamiento
feel
lateral,
free to
anda.
keep using my computer. I need to do some homework anyway.
Sounds good. I'm sure I found everything in the picture of those lights, but I have a nagging feeling that they're connected to something I
¿Con
found
qué?
yesterday. Hey, E, got a sec?
Sure thing, Kathy. What's up?
What do you think of...
I actually looked her up this morning, and I couldn't find any records of her being recognized as an artist.
Yeah, I doubt there was ever a chance for that to happen. Wade bought everything shortly after she died. I only got a chance to see this one picture. Wasn't all that bad, but nothing breathtaking.
Well, maybe there's more to her art than meets the eye. Something Wade knew, and we're missing.
Yeah, maybe. What do you think of this cocky person?
Well, the nickname makes me think of, you know, boy parts.
And you call yourself a Christian. I wonder what was so special about Lily Myers. Well, besides her being a talented artist who drowned herself in a lake.
I bet there's some secret about her art. Let's hope Charles Wade has some answers.
Hasta le encanta el misterio, por lo que veo.
So, what's your take on this Charles Wade?
I'm not sure. He sounded like a super nice guy on that tape, but media says that he's a ruthless businessman.
The tape is over 2 decades old. Maybe he's changed.
Yeah.
Either that or he is very different in his private life. Hard to know without actually seeing him.
Any ideas about what happened to my grandfather in '81?
Beats me. Maybe he found what he was looking for. Or it found him.
Did you just quote a tagline from one of those cheesy horror novels?
¿Puede que sí?
Maybe.
Puede que se busca sin pistas.
I should get back to the investigation.
Okie dokie.
Bien. Más cosas. ¿Dónde está el...? Quiero
It's
verla.
overexposed. I can't make much out. I think I see trees in the background, but most of the...
Vale, pero yo no tenía en la impresora cosas. Claro.
I'll just get rid of the original picture now, since I have strange. Now that I look at them, the lights remind me of something I picked up yesterday.
¿El qué?
It's a bright red flower of some kind. A printed picture of the strange smoky lights. It appears to have been taken somewhere in Conwell Woods. Now that I look at them, they remind me of something I picked up yesterday.
Okay.
It's the brochure that priest gave me at the funeral. The logo stands out, but other than that, it's just the usual church mumbo-jumbo. Washing away your sins, salvation, blah, blah.
Vale.
There's also an address at the bottom. Good old Satan. Better get his snowmobile ready for that.
Vale.
Wow, the church logo looks
Eso,
exacto.
Vale.
I have to visit them after all.
Sí. Pues, vale. Voy a ir con aquella porque esta es cristiana.
Come check this
sí,
out.
Lo sabía. Te necesito para una misión secreta.
Wow, they're hypnotic. Looks like a will-o'-the-wisp. You know, the spirit of the forest.
Now that's just silly, Eileen. There has to be a more reasonable explanation for them.
Hey, there's nothing silly about forest spirits. You should talk to Meadow, my Wiccan friend. She's really up in my ass about these sort of things.
Me estás diciendo... Bueno, una cristiana que tiene una amiga wicana no está mal. Yo misma era wicana, he tenido amigos cristianos. A ver, la voy a picar.
Isn't it your Christian duty to consider people like her to be
La voy a picar.
heathens?
Oh, I doubt she could ever be more of a heathen than you are.
Huh. I guess you've got a point.
Vale.
So, anyway, is there anything I can do to help?
Well, my side of the room is starting to get a bit messy. There's always that.
Haha, I meant with the investigation, silly.
I guess you could try to find out more about these lights. Maybe figure out where that picture was taken.
I know exactly where to start.
Good. I'm gonna get some food now before I pass out.
Me hace gracia que hayan sacado...
I'll grab my books and get cracking.
All right. See you in a bit.
el tema de Wicca, porque como en los 80 fue el despegue, o sea, lo crearon en los 60 y en los 80 fue el auge, pues tiene gracia que lo hayan sacado aquí en esta época. Porque el juego es en el 85. No, en el 95 en realidad. Pero bueno, toda la New Age y eso.
Yeah,
Después
I was able to identify that flower. It's called the red scythe,
Vale,
or
esta amiga es súper útil.
I discovered that there was a small nature reserve near Conwell Springs, which was established in '89. The red scythe is on their list of endangered plants.
Ya tenemos sitio.
I made a photocopy of the botany book page in case you want it later.
That's something. I should go check it out. Maybe I can narrow down the place where that picture was taken.
Maravilloso.
And, good work, Eileen.
Happy to help. So what...
Y encima he trabajado de ayudante gratis. Esta es la Erika con hueleza.
Okidoki.
Erika era, ¿qué? Wyrd, ¿no?
Hello?
This is Erica Wade calling
Yeah, Erica
for
Wade.
Rain.
Speaking.
Miss Rain, this is terribly
Uh-huh,
awkward.
uh-huh,
I realize
uh-huh.
now how rude I was before.
Ya,
I wanted to apologize and ask if there is anything I can do.
vale.
Apology
Never.
accepted. You can start by answering a few questions.
Very well.
What do you know about Lily Meyer's art?
Oh, that little girl had a twisted mind, let me tell you that.
Ajá.
Oh, my father used to have a few pieces of hers in his collection. Horrible things. I
Ajá.
couldn't understand why he ever decided to procure them in the first place.
You say used to have. Did he get rid of the paintings?
Oh, either that or he put
En
them
algún
stored
desastre, ¿no?
somewhere.
La
I
llave.
haven't seen
La
them
llave que
in
tengo.
years. I
Vale.
never bothered to ask him why. Glad to be rid of them, quite frankly.
Ujú. Vale.
Do you know anything about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
It's the one and only church in
Vale.
Conwell Springs. I was baptized there, and I married my husband there.
Voy a tener que
Anything
volver.
out of the ordinary about them?
Oh, not
No.
really. They seem like a typical church to me.
El padre.
What can you tell me about Mr. Wade?
My father is a great man. He has so many ideas, so much left to realize, which makes it hurt so much more to see him like this.
See him like what?
The illness and everything, of course.
Right. Yeah, it must be hard.
Oh, yes, indeed. I wish he wouldn't be so stubborn with his treatment.
Ajá.
He could go to any state-of-the-art hospital, but insists
Ya sé dónde voy a ir a por él.
on a clinic in Conwell Springs.
The community clinic in the middle of town?
Yes, it's like he's given up and is just waiting
Esto
for
huele
the
fatal,
inevitable
te
to
digo.
happen.
Do you recognize the nickname Cocky? It may be an Air Force call sign.
Del
Say
padre.
that I do. Father had many friends in
Vale.
the Air Force, but no one I can recall by that name.
What do you know about Lily Myers?
She was a young artist who lived somewhere in Conwell Springs. Killed herself, if I recall correctly. Dreadful thing. But other than that, not much. We never knew the family.
Y lo último.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather that night in '81?
Not really, no. But what I do know is how it destroyed
Ajá.
It did?
Oh, yes. The two of them were great friends once.
Herido.
And when
Ah, bueno,
Joseph was
sí.
hurt, they hadn't been talking for some time. Father always hoped they would be able to reconnect
Yeah.
one day. He kept putting it off, believing they had time. But in the end, it never happened.
So, what were things like back when they were still good friends?
Oh, they were like peas in a pod. Always sharing their war stories and laughing together. In a way, Joseph became the uncle I never had. He was around a lot when Father went out on business trips. Later on, I even met you a few times, when you were just a baby.
I don't remember any of that.
Oh, no matter, you were so little then.
Erica, I have to ask, why were you so defensive on the
Exacto.
phone earlier when I tried to reach out?
Oh, I don't know, Kathy. Our families haven't been in touch for a long time. I don't remember exactly when it happened. but
Vale.
it all started
Pues el padre llamó.
My
No
guess
sé qué
is
pasó.
that it had to do with Father's growing wealth.
¿En serio?
Friendship needs common ground, and we started living in different worlds. What happened to your grandfather was the final nail in the
Yeah.
coffin. Father just couldn't bear seeing him like that, neither alive nor dead.
Pues no más que preguntarle. No.
Okay, that's all I needed.
Very well. Feel free to call back if you have
Vale.
more questions.
Perfecto. Ok.
All right. Wade is in Conwell Springs. He's being treated in the clinic.
Pues nada, vámonos para allá.
That was Erica Wade. Her father is being treated at the clinic in Conwell Springs.
Being treated?
Sí.
He's sick?
Looks that way. Small
Pues la
miracle
escenita,
they
¿no?
managed to keep it out of the press.
A ellos ya.
Yeah, I suppose you're
Yeah,
returning to talk to
please.
him?
Ya.
It'll have to be tomorrow. It's quite late for that now.
I suppose. Scrabble?
Oh, you're so on. I will
Dentro del
crush
día
you.
3, ¿no? Vale. Esa noche Katy sueña. Ujú. ¿Y este qué coño es? What the fuck? ¿Un fantasma?
Turning
¿Qué?
your pawn into a queen. Is that the plan, buddy boy?
¿Y
You know
esto?
me. I'm always playing the long game, old
What?
friend. That may be, but you're running out of pieces. First you lost your queen,
¿Qué cojones?
then your knight. All
¿Esto es
that
el sueño?
matters is the king. Illusional as always.
Qué
The
rayada, ¿no?
king is dead. Long live the king. Check.
¿Qué cojones? ¿Qué mierda? Parecía el 95 estamos.
Good morning, sunshine.
Please tell me I dreamt all those Scrabble losses last night.
3 times in a row.
Rub it in, why don't you? I'll just go strangle myself now.
¿Puedo guardar?
Oh, you. Don't be a sore loser. So what's the plan today?
Mr. Wade is the plan.
Ajá.
I'll head for the clinic right away.
Vale.
While I'm
voy a la
at it, I'm
clínica.
gonna check out the church and the nature
O
reserve.
sea, a todo.
Okie dokie. What can I do to help?
De momento
Why
nada,
don't
¿no?
you continue looking into the lights? I have a feeling they're the key to solving all of this. You could also look up the history of Conwell Springs in general, see if anything unusual has been going on.
I'll get right on it.
Great. Thanks, Eve.
Vale.
Oh, by the way, don't forget
¿Qué?
to check out the page
Ah,
I
la
gave you about
guadaña,
the red
la
site.
planta,
It's a
vale.
pretty interesting flower.
Right. Yeah.
A ver si la planta es lo que le dejo que está muy como que peligrosa.
It's a photocopy of a book page with information about the red scythe flower. Here's an interesting segment. Another interesting trait of the red scythe is the smell, which is familiar to that of a pepper.
Ajá.
The pollen of the plant has also been known to cause
Hostia.
hallucinations and
Voy a echarle la comida para que no se diera cuenta.
Native American tribes harvested and smoked the plant for that reason, but the flower never caught on as a modern recreational drug due to the difficulty of growing it.
Vaya tela.
All right, I'm off.
Okie dokie.
Vale.
Good luck.
Venga, a ver. ¿Por dónde empieza la fiesta? Clínica, vamos a la reserva natural primero. El sonidito este es muy raro.
Well, this is it. This is where the picture was taken. I need to clear my head.
Sabía que iba a jugar. ¿Qué coño es esto? ¿Y este quién es? ¡Hostia, el del sueño!
What the?
We've met before, haven't
¿Del
we?
sueño? ¿What?
I don't think so, Mr. Clean. Unless seeing your face on a bottle of
Es
detergent.
una borde. ¿Quién es este?
Joker, aren't you, Kathy?
Who are you? How do you know my name?
You told me, remember?
¿En el sueño?
I feel strange. Am I dreaming?
It's the mending. I will try to facilitate.
¿Qué? ¿Qué?
You're not real. I'm lying asleep in my bed right now.
Focus, Kathy. Listen to the drowned girl.
You mean Lily? What about her?
She's the anomaly, the missing refrain, the convergence point of things past and events yet to happen.
Dial down the metaphors a notch, would you, Mr. Kafka? I get enough of that shit in English class.
I knew you wouldn't disappoint. I'm glad, given how much trouble I went through to be here. You see, my name was taken from me, so I claimed a color instead. The next time we meet, you'll know the exact hue of red.
Por eso el hijo de Stanley dice que el señor es rojo es
Follow your
amable.
grandfather, and everything will work out in the end.
What? ¿Qué haces allí? ¿Qué pasó?
Wait, what? How did I get here?
Vale, estoy flipando.
Crazy? Am I turning into mom?
¿Tenéis algún tipo de poder o algo? Vale, voy a hacer una pausita, ahora vengo. Vale, ya estoy aquí otra vez. Mira a ver si ya me lo he cogido. Sí, vale. Entonces estoy aquí en la casa del abuelo. La pintura no sé de la cría. A ver si esto también es de la chavala.
That combination makes...
No. Vamos a hablar con la abuela.
Oh, hello, dear. Glad to see you again so soon.
Hi, Grandma. I just thought I'd drop by.
Sure, hon.
Esto es muy raro
Stay as long as
todo.
you'd like.
A ver, ¿qué le digo a la abuela?
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
Vale.
I don't see a reason to ask her about that.
¿Y de estos?
I don't see a reason to ask her about that.
Vale.
What do you see in this picture, Grandma?
Eso.
I have no idea, but it's quite an eerie display.
Pues sí.
What is
Pues sí.
I'm trying to figure that out. I found the picture hidden in the attic.
Oh, come to think of it, the trees do look similar to the ones in Conwell Woods.
Yeah, it was taken somewhere in that area. I found out that the flower in the picture matches a rare local species.
Aren't you clever? Do let me know if you come across anything else.
¿Esto?
Do you know anything about this flower, Grandma?
I can't say that I do. I remember seeing it growing in the woods, but I didn't think much of it at the time.
Vale.
Look at this photo I found in the locked briefcase.
Goodness, I haven't
A
seen
ver,
it
nos ha hecho
in
pruebas,
years.
cosas.
This was taken when Joseph was stationed at McConnell Air Force Base. That's him right there on the left.
What about the other two?
I don't remember the name of the smiling man in the back. The gentleman on the right was Joseph's best friend, Charles Wade.
Pues no sé.
I don't see a... I don't want to show her.
Pues ni puta idea.
Hey, Grandma, do you recognize this tape
Vale.
recorder?
Oh, yes, Mr. Dicto. Joseph used to carry that thing with him everywhere. He could be absent-minded at times.
Mhm.
It helped him remember things.
¿Y la llave?
Do you recognize this key, Grandma?
Exacto.
I found
¿De
it in
qué?
the attic.
Uy, 6 personitas, bienvenidas. Estamos jugando a Casi Rain, que es un juego de detectives así pixelar, está muy bien. Y si os interesa mi contenido, me podéis seguir. Y si os gusta mucho mi contenido, pues me podéis, o sea, os podéis suscribir con el Prime o con dinero, con lo que queráis. A ver. Se juegan los lunes aquí a juegos de misterio. Los miércoles aventuras narrativas de estas así indies o RPGs viejunos. Los viernes otomes y los sábados pues un poco de lo que pille, Metroidvania, juegos de chill y esas cosas. Y para más dudas pues me preguntáis por el chat y os las contesto. Vamos a ver.
See you later, Gramps.
Take care,
Vale.
dear.
No, aquí en la casa de la abuela no tengo yo. Vale, pues vamos a ver. Es que claro, he ido al bosque y he acabado aquí porque ha aparecido el señor ese de rojo, que el crío, el Nate este, el hermano de la que se ahogó, dice que lo veía. Y ahora pues voy a hablar con el abuelo de la clínica. ¿Este quién coño es? El mendigo de la otra vez, el que estaba encerrado. O sea,
Yeah,
Sí, hombre.
I'm good.
a ver, este es el que está encerrado la otra vez.
We meet again, Mr. Homeless Guy.
Homeless? That's the worst thing I ever heard of, and totally untrue.
So, what's up with the trash can? Digging for treasure?
Well,
Qué borde.
I'm just going through a rough
Súper
time.
borde con el pobre.
By the way, you owe me $10.
Ah, sí, es verdad.
Nah, you agreed to 7.
You're busting my balls here.
Better get those balls checked out in this clinic then.
So cold. Like a stake through the heart.
What do they call you anyway?
Gober. Everyone calls me Gober.
Ajá.
All right, I'm Kathy.
Pleasure to meet you.
Ok. Vale.
So, what's your story
Exacto, ¿qué te
anyway?
pasa?
My story?
Yeah, don't all bums have a story?
Se está
For your
pasando de
information,
borde.
this is all just a dry streak in my showbiz career.
¿Eres pintor?
Is that so? I don't recognize you at all.
I used to have more hair.
That I actually believe.
Come on, man. Frankie
Frankie
Gold
Gold.
is my stage name. Surely you must have heard of me.
Not really, no.
Oh, come on. I have starred in dozens of Hollywood movies. The Silence of the Lambert, Jacob's Bladder,
De
Unusual
Corbero, toma.
Surprises, Natural Bald Killers.
Not ringing any bells.
Todos los
Kids
nombres,
these
dices
days,
mal
no
los
appreciation for quality
nombres.
cinema. Breaks my heart.
No sé si lo ha hecho adrede, los nombres más de las pelis, para hacer, no sé. A ver.
I need to ask you a few questions.
Se puede.
Sounds serious.
¿En
Ask
serio?
away.
¿A este? Claro.
What do you know about
Sí, sí.
Lily Meyer's
Vale. Como
art?
es pintora también.
Nothing but hearsay. People say it was pretty deranged.
Do you recognize the nickname Cocky?
Why, I used to call myself
Ajá.
that back in Nam.
¡Tú también
Oh,
estabas!
Mr. Douglas, you
Ajá, amigo.
Why do I even bother?
Vale.
Do you know who Lily Myers was?
Yep, my dad was the one who found her floating in the lake.
Really?
Ya empezamos
What can you tell me
a
about
atar cabitos.
Ah, geez, not a lot. I mean, teenage girls, man, they're like their own species. Impossible to figure out.
Uy, qué
Not to mention
cabullo.
how that entire family ain't, like, people-friendly.
Now that's an understatement. Nearly started brawling with Sue the first time I met her.
She could sure deal out a mean whooping, that lady.
Ujú. Vale. ¿Lo del abuelo sabe
Do you
algo?
know
No
what
creo.
happened to Joseph Rain in 81?
I most certainly do.
¿Ah, sí?
What? Tell me.
Are you sure you want to know? Not everyone can handle the truth.
Cuéntame.
Oh, just spit it out.
Venga, a ver,
Okay,
venga.
here we go. Ready? Abducted by aliens.
I should have known better.
Como sea verdad, me voy a
In a
reír.
big, huge light. I was a bit drunk at the time, but I had my reasons. My wife had just left me,
Las
taking
tres
the
luces
dog, not to
esas.
mention I was being conscripted for the war. But I'm telling you, those goddamn aliens took him and they experimented on him. And that's why he was so messed up when they put him back.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop.
Como sea verdad.
Open your mind, man.
Y el del rojo, el señor de rojo, sea un
Do you
alien.
know who Charles Wade is?
Sure, he's been holed up in this clinic for the last couple of weeks.
You saw Charles Wade go in there?
Well, yeah, I just told you, man.
How did he look?
Esto es rarísimo.
Okay, I guess. Still walking, at least.
What's your opinion on the Church of the Holy Trinity?
I'd say they're good people. Isaac, the priest, is, anyway. His dad, Father Bill, on the other hand, though, he and the people he had around him were into
Ah,
some
un
weird
culto
shit.
raro.
What kind of weird shit?
A ver si es que lo aducieron
I
son
don't know,
estos.
they
Sí.
were like a cult or something, with Billy Praise himself at the top.
Ajá.
Really shifty bunch of folks.
Esto suena más
Isaac turned it all
normal
around.
que
His dad
los-
kicked the bucket, made it a proper church.
que lo de los aliens, suena mejor.
Interesting. Do you know anyone else who was involved in the old church?
El
Not
padre.
really. I tried to stay as far away from those people as possible.
Isaac.
Ask Isaac about it. He's a friendly guy.
All right. I might do that.
Vale, vamos a entrar a hablar con el abuelo
Okay,
primero.
that's enough secret.
Alrighty.
So,
A
tell
ver,
me about
más
this
información.
acting career of yours.
What about it?
Venga, va.
Natural bald killers?
It's a dystopian vision of the future where people are valued by the quality of their hair. The
O sea, peli serie
protagonist,
B.
Eddie Zephyr, turns bald in high school. One day, he has simply had enough of all the teasing and the bullying, and he completely snaps and heads out on a scalping spree in search of the perfect head of hair.
Vaya chorrada.
Eddie
No,
makes
no.
his way to Mexico for an illegal hair transplant. However, he has an adverse reaction to the anesthesia and he dies on the operating table.
Tell me
El del
about
cordero.
the
Vale.
silence of Lambert.
Lawrence Lambert, a real estate agent, suddenly turns mute overnight. For weeks, he tries to communicate with customers using a self-invented sign language, only to realize that true love needs no communication. at all.
What?
He marries his housekeeper, who only knows 2 words in English, yes and clear.
¿Qué? ¿Qué
In the
coño?
end, Lawrence dies of a heart attack in the arms of his lovely wife, Consuelo Lambert Vasquez.
¿Qué?
Based on a true story.
¿Qué fumada es esto?
I'm not sure I want to know what Jacob's bladder is about, but I'm gonna ask anyway.
Jacob's Bladder. The tragic story of Jacob Cobb, a schizophrenic man who forms an imaginary romantic relationship with his
¿Qué?
bladder. During long and joyful monologues on the can, he starts referring to his nether regions by the name of Jenny.
What the
Sadly,
fuck?
before Jacob has a chance to elope with his
What?
sweetheart, he gets
What?
committed to an asylum due to
Pero,
increasingly
pero
erratic
qué puta
behavior.
mierda de películas hacía. ¿Y
After
con
a
qué
big
guiones?
fight with his paramour, Jacob refuses to pee for a week, and he dies from a ruptured bladder.
Qué
Give
bien
me a
todo.
rundown on the usual surprises.
A lighthearted comedy taking place during the surprise birthday party of 34-year-old Sid McBacon. The story is told from 8 different perspectives to keep the audience guessing who the protagonist actually is. The movie ends with the biggest surprise of them all. Sid suddenly dies of an epileptic
Porque
seizure.
todo el mundo muere siempre.
I guess it's more of a dark
Ajá.
comedy.
Exacto, porque siempre hay muertes al
Why do you
final.
always die at the end of your movies?
Typecasting.
¿Esta la he dicho? Sí, el pelo.
Oh, never mind.
Not the cultured type.
Okay.
Vale.
Bye.
¿Esto valdrá para algo este rollo de las películas? Vale, ¿podré ver al
I
abuelo?
can't read it from here.
Hola, ¿puedo ir a ver al señor Wade?
Excuse
No,
me,
no eres
nurse.
familiar. No puedes. A verás. Pasa de tu
Hey,
puta cara.
nurse.
¿Por qué me está ignorando? Ah, vale.
Yeah? They don't pay you much, huh?
No shit. What do you want?
Pues joder.
I'm here to see Charles Wade.
Qué bordes.
Never
No
heard of
puedo.
him. Anything else?
Bullshit. I know he's here. Listen, it's okay. I'm a friend of the family.
No, you're not, and I said he's not here. Don't make me call security.
What a bitch. I need to get rid of her somehow.
Que no la llames puta, por favor.
I can't read it. A calendar from night. Rows and columns of files.
Vale.
No thanks. Women's magazines make...
Es un poco verdad. A ver.
I don't want to show her that.
Se veía como de la puta mierda ahí dentro. Vale.
No point. I wouldn't even... Rows and columns of file. Pretty sure she would have... I can't read it from...
Vale. Voy a volver a usar al capullo este, al...
Smoking allowed. Guess this place is a bit behind on healthcare regulations.
Vale, vuelvo a decirle al vagabundo de fuera que sí, lo mismo que hacía en la comisaría. Finge algo para que esta salga y yo puedo usar su puto ordenador.
Hey, doofus.
Oh, hi.
So, how good an
Venga,
actor
lo sabía,
are you?
lo sabía.
The best. The very best.
Pues venga.
You know, that nurse in there, she said she loved you in all those movies, and that she always wished you'd give her a live
Bueno, la que
performance.
se va a liar.
I knew it. She always gave me these strange looks.
Madre
I
mía.
thought it was contempt, but her face must just be cramping up from shyness.
Yeah, that's definitely it. She'd love to see you act, I'm sure.
Bueno,
I'm
la
gonna
que se va a
have to
liar.
oblige. Which movie do you think she'd like the best?
Hostia, hostia, no lo sé.
Probably The Silence of Lambert.
Oh, I'm gonna be loud.
Lo dudo mucho. Vamos a ver cómo la lía. Es que no sé cuáles son sus gustos.
How I wish I could speak. I have so many things left to say. My chest, no! It can't be! Hold me!
Encima no te oye.
Thank you, thank you. You've been a great audience.
That wasn't really an
Vale.
electrifying performance.
Ajá.
I can't read it from here.
Si saco alguna información de qué pelis le gusta.
Again? No thanks. Uncomfortable, hard plastic chairs.
Mhm.
No thanks.
No. Pues no sé cómo hacerlo. Ahora, ¿y si el electrocutido que se ha desmayado? ¿Eh? O sea, imagínate. Que soy tan escoria. Sí.
I could, but only...
Vale, fuera. Espera.
Hey, doofus.
Oh,
Interpretación.
Probably...
Otra vez lo mismo, vale. Y entonces le electrocuto. Vale. Esto no va a salir bien.
Consuelo, how I wish I could speak. I have so many things left to say. My chest, no!
Good idea,
It
but
can't be.
it wouldn't match his symptoms.
Thank you.
I don't
You've
wanna
been a great
interrupt.
audience.
No correspondo con sus frases. Vale, que me cuente lo que es cada uno. Otra vez. Pero electrocutarse. ¿Con qué síntomas iría?
Hey, doofus.
Oh, hi.
So...
What about?
Fallo de...
Tell me
Lawful
Este cómo
marries
moría.
his house. In the end, Lawrence dies of a
Ataque al
heart attack
corazón,
in the
pero
arms of
podría
his-
ser.
Based on a true...
Este muere de la vesícula.
Creo que fallo respiratorio también si te electrocutas.
¿Sí qué?
Fallo respiratorio si te electrocutas.
It's a dystopia. Eddie makes
Este muere en la mesa de operaciones.
A lot
Y
of story
este,
is told from the movie.
ataque
I guess it's more of a
epiléptico.
dark comedy.
Joder, pues no lo sé.
Oh, never mind.
Not the code.
Dime cuál tengo que hacer.
How about another show?
Sure. Any suggestions?
A ver, el ojo. Me estoy llorando el ojo. Ah. No sé dónde tengo el colirio. ¿Cuál me dice que haga?
Que es el día 4.
No lo sé, estoy en la residencia de ancianos esa. Y tengo que liarla, o sea, tengo que distraer a la enfermera. Creo que es el día 3. O es que había que ir antes a la iglesia, no creo, ¿no? Pues vale, lo dejo aquí el próximo día. Es que no sé qué tengo que hacer. Ah, bueno, vale, pues probamos otro. Vamos a probar otro, a ver si va alguno. ¿Me puedes traer el colirio, por favor?
¿Dónde está?
Creo que la mesita de noche. Y si no, una pausa. A ver, tira detrás. Vamos a ver si le electrocuto o qué.
I can't believe you guys did all this for me. You know, what's that smell? Bacon? Oh, Bobby, my head hurts. I'm seizing.
Sí, era con esto.
Nurse, he's seizing.
Vale.
Oh shit.
Pues sí, era esto. A ver,
Man,
¿qué
I
me
feel like
sé?
a total jackass.
Qué mala
I'll have to
gente
make
es.
it up to the poor guy later.
A ver, el señor Wade. Genial. No tengo el usuario ni contraseña. Un momento. Espera. Tengo el disco este que aún me sirve. Y vuelvo a sacar el usuario y contraseña con el disco este. Porque, no sé, lo tengo para algo, ¿no? Si no lo hubiera perdido. C. Méndez, otorgador. C. Méndez, otorgador. Ok. Ok. Wade. Vale, 6B. ¿Se ha sometido con éxito o qué? Cirugía cardíaca invasiva y ha sido trasladado a esta instalación a petición propia. El diagnóstico inicial es bueno y es posible que el paciente se recupere completamente de 6 a 8 semanas. 6B, ok. Me piro. 6B. Vámonos. ¿Quién coño es este?
It's all right, Claude.
Understood, sir.
Es segurata.
So,
Es igual.
you managed to find me.
¿Cómo? ¿Y este cómo sabe?
Well, let's get this over with.
Vale.
How do you want your pictures? Shall I get some tubes to fill my face with? Will that suffice for your front
Vale.
page?
Pero...
I'm no journalist. Well, not yet anyway.
She's but a cub. So, you're hoping for your big break. Surely this must be worth an internship at one of the big papers. Do you want me to call Thompson at the Times and get it over with? I still play golf with him every week.
Vale, este se cree que vienes aquí para sacarte la...
That's not what this is about. It's personal.
Sounds serious. Perhaps I should ask Claude to produce his gun.
Vas a ver que no soy la
You know,
nieta de tu
Charles,
mejor amigo.
the person most likely to be harmed by a gun tends to be its owner.
Very true. That's something that Japs who captured me learned the hard way.
Did my grandfather bail you out then too, or was that one of the few times where he didn't save your sorry ass?
Hold on there. Explain yourself.
Pavo, soy la nieta de no
You're
sé
willing
quién.
to listen to something other
vale.
than your own voice?
Maravilloso.
I'm
Me
stunned.
estás dando en plan, buah, pavo.
I'm Kathy Rain. Joseph was my
En plan,
grandfather.
este es un soberbio y lo voy a poner en su sitio, ¿no?
Now I remember. You were at the funeral.
I was.
You were late.
I needed my morning smoke. Besides, it's not like Grandpa was going anywhere.
Oh, just look at her, Claude. She's absolutely fearless. That's Joseph's blood running through her veins.
She certainly has a smart mouth, sir.
Madre mía.
I must say, you have me intrigued, Kathy.
¿Qué le pasó a mi abuelo? ¿Qué coño sabes? Venga,
Do you
cuenta.
know anything about what happened to my grandfather
Deja
in
mucho
81?
todo.
I wish I did, Kathy. You must know I did everything in my power to help. How do you think Mary Elizabeth could afford all that expensive treatment? MRIs,
Lo pagó todo.
neurologists, say what you will.
Lo pagó él,
Joseph.
buen amigo.
But he was never rich.
Strange. Grandma never mentioned that to me.
¿Por qué?
She's just too proud. At first she refused. She was convinced that I had an agenda, that there were strings attached.
And were there?
Don't be silly. Despite all that had happened, I still loved Joseph dearly. I wanted to help. People from places like this have a deeply rooted mistrust in the
¿Por qué será?
passed on for
Es que
generations.
si los ricos se
In
creen
her
como ese
eyes,
hombre.
I had become one of them.
Hombre, pues
So
sí.
that's all you know about the whole affair?
Are you implying that there's more to know? I left the diagnosis to the professionals. Mrs. Rain accepted the health care, but asked me to stay out of everything else. So I did.
I see. What can you tell me about your friendship with Grandpa?
Joseph was the best friend I ever had. We grew up together, married our high school sweethearts together, went to war together. I can't even begin to count the number of times he's saved my life. I repaid the favor once or twice, but he came up ahead, no doubt.
So when did you two lose touch? I heard that something happened between you and him. What was it?
The
Brian
truth
Rain?
is, Brian Rain happened. Sharon Evans happened.
My parents?
Yes. They ruined everything with their
Hostia.
vile,
Qué chungo, ¿no?
destructive behavior. I couldn't have that around my daughter or my newborn grandson.
Ajá.
Joseph was naive. He believed that anyone could be helped, that anyone could be reasoned with, given a chance. He was just too good, bless him. He should have been harder on Brian, more strict.
It's hardly Grandpa's fault. He did everything he could to set my father straight.
Oh, I never claimed to doubt Joseph's commitment, but I'm not going to ignore his flaws either. Your grandfather often used his heart when he should have used his
Ya, pero
head.
cada uno es como es.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
I believe it is, objectively. But I shouldn't speak ill of the dead. Eventually, my company grew much too large for this little town, and we moved on. Not long after that, your grandfather ended up in that wheelchair. That marked the end of our friendship, for obvious reasons.
Vale.
Do you recognize the call sign
Otro.
Cocky?
Would be strange if I didn't, since I
Ah,
was the one who called.
vale, ¿y a quién se lo pusiste?
It belongs to a fellow named
Jimmy
Cochran.
Corrochan. Vale.
He was a coward, really. The nickname is somewhat of a bad
Vale,
joke.
quiero saber quién es ese.
Perfect. Thanks.
¿A qué es el calvo de rojo? Cuéntame
Tell
más.
me about Jimmy Cochran. Is he still alive?
In a literal sense. He's
Vale,
been held in a
también voy a
mental
tener que ir allí.
institution for years.
Let me guess. Since 81?
Either 82 or 83. I'm fairly certain it was early 83.
Do you remember the name of the institution?
Something starting with an
Emerson, Everton o algo.
Emerson, Everton, or similar.
Ingstrom Psychiatric Hospital?
Ajá.
Yes, that's the one.
La madre.
You know the
¿Dónde está la
place.
madre allí?
I do. My mother is in there. Sharon Evans? I had her committed about a year ago.
I see. It must have taken a lot of courage to do that, Kathy. Mothers have a lot of power over us. More than most of us care to admit.
I guess so. Do you know why Jimmy ended up in there?
Some obsessive-compulsive syndrome. He became
Los
fixated
círculos.
with circles and started hurting himself.
No, pero era un
trying to
triángulo, pero los
scratch the
eran tres
circles out of
círculos
his
que
head.
formaban un triángulo.
Creepy. I wonder what set him off. I think I'll check the place out tomorrow. Too late to head back to the city now.
Vale.
What can you tell me about the Church
Los
of the Holy
círculos
Trinity?
They seem like any other church to me. But then again, I'm not their usual clientele. Weddings, baptisms, and funerals are just about what I can muster. And I always leave early.
You bought a number of paintings by
Vale,
Lily
exacto,
Myers.
cuenta.
Why?
I'm known to dabble in art from time to time. Martha, my wife at the time, was enamored.
Tendré que hablar con ella. Ah, no, estará divorciada.
I believe she first saw them at the high school which the Myers girl attended. Anyway, after the poor girl killed herself, I bought the painting speculatively. When a young artist with any talent to speak of commits suicide, it can be a wet dream of certain
¡Qué cabrón!
pursuers. Shortly after procuring the art, I had it valued by an expert who determined that the value was 3 times the amount I bought it for. Today, I'm sure I would have made my money back tenfold
claro.
or more.
Hostia, ¿la robaron?
What art theft?
There was a burglary at the mansion I used to own here in town.
Y la
It was
robaron.
all over the local news at the time.
¿Qué habrán esas pinturas realmente?
Eloquently put.
Can you tell me about the art theft?
Well, somebody broke in, stole the paintings, and got out. Fairly clumsy job. Lots of broken windows. The strangest thing was that I had a Monet,
Y no las tocaron.
and 2 paintings by
Solo las de la
Picasso,
chavala.
untouched. But every single painting by an unknown local artist gone.
¿Por
That
qué?
can't be a coincidence.
Desde luego que no lo es.
Somebody wanted those paintings badly.
I assume there was an investigation.
¿O no?
Yes, Sheriff Truman came by with his deputy a few hours later.
Otra investigación que tengo que coger.
They found a few hairs, which turned out to be from Ruffles, the family dog.
Some stunning police work right there.
Indeed. There was a single witness, though.
¿Y quién es el
Said he had
testigo?
multiple burglars leaving the scene of the crime, but nothing more than that.
So, I take it the case was closed?
Yes. I honestly didn't care much one way or the other, given the fact that my most expensive pieces were safe and sound.
I think I'll have a chat with the sheriff about the matter, if that's okay with you.
Certainly. I'll call ahead and instruct him to give you everything you need.
That'd be great. Thanks, Charles.
Anytime. But I'm curious.
¿Por qué? Pues no lo sé todavía. Estoy resolviéndolo el padre.
I've learned that my grandfather went to Sue and asked to see them, right before he had his injury.
Is that so? Strange.
Nada más.
Do you know what this key opens?
You must be truly desperate if you ask random people a question like that.
Do you recognize this, Charles?
Of course. Your grandfather,
Jimmy Cochran,
Jimmy
vale.
Cochran, taken shortly before we went to the war.
You guys look like you just won the lottery or something.
Indeed. We were mere children, with no concept of what we were getting into.
La flor.
What do you see in this picture, Charles?
Fireflies would be my best guess. They can grow terribly large around these parts.
Do you know what this is?
A flower. Why don't you consult a botanist instead of
No lo sé.
bothering me with this nonsense?
Pues no sé. Ya está todo.
Thanks, Charles. That's all I need for now.
You're welcome, Kathy. come back anytime.
I'd rather not. He crushed.
Me piro. Lo voy a dejar aquí. Pues tengo que cenar. Es tarde. Espero que os haya gustado y que os esté resultando interesante. A mí me está gustando muchísimo. No sé si va a haber aliens, va a haber alguna conspiración de algún culto con los de la iglesia de la Trinidad esa. ¿Quién cojones es el señor este de rojo calvito? Que el niño de la familia... O sea, la familia de la chica que estaba con el lago, el hermano de ella, que le ve y dice que el señor de rojo es muy amable y no sé qué, y a ti te ha visto en sueños, no sabemos si eran sueños o no, porque se supone que estabas despierta y te has ido al bosque donde estaba la foto y te ha aparecido allí y luego has aparecido en casa de tu abuela. Es como, what the fuck, ¿qué ha pasado? O sea que, no sé, bueno, seguiremos con el Casi Rein el lunes que viene, el miércoles seguiremos con el Grandia, este miércoles seguimos con el Grandia, el viernes no sé lo que haré todavía, ya lo decidiré, y nada, voy a ver a quién le puedo hacer una raid ahora, y me voy a cenar, a ver, ¿quién hay por aquí? Está Laura Luna jugando al Resident Evil Village, o sea, no sé si queréis hacer spoiler o no, pero juegazo. Porque está todo el mundo que no caga con la... ¿cómo era? Dimitrescu. Y nada, pues os dejo con Laura Luna y el Resident Evil Village. Gracias por verme, gracias por pasarse. Si queréis verme jugar el gran día el jueves, pues... O sea, el jueves, perdón, el miércoles, pues ya avisaré por Twitter de la hora. Si os interesa mi contenido me podéis seguir y por supuesto pues me podéis... dejar, o sea, el follow este y tal, o sea, la suscripción con el Prime, que me vendría muy bien el dinerito para ayudar a los gatitos de la colonia, porque vamos siempre justos de pienso y de todo lo demás. Gracias por verme, chao y buenas noches.